Pro2sday. I'm Kid Thompson, and welcome to the brand new show in which we will be bringing you the very best action from Pro2 wrestling. In today's episode, we're going to hear from Denmark's Nitro Green, and we're going to have a must-see match from our Bells division, Wrestlebeech Emily Hayden versus the basic bitch slayer, Rubi Roberts, and much more. But coming up next, Logan Smith versus Saqib Ali.
Hey everybody, welcome to Pro2sday. My name is Kate Johansson, and joining me at the booth today, Kid Thompson. Kid, thanks for joining.
Oh, thank you for having me, Mr. Johansson. I appreciate you. What a way to kick off Pro2sday.
What a way to kick off indeed. We've got Saqib Ali, as you can see, making his entrance, and of course, he will be going against Logan Smith.
Am I right in saying, Mr. Johansson, this is the first qualifier match for the Joker's Wild tournament?
I believe it is, and it's an interesting fact. These two individuals know each other inside and out, so it's going to make an interesting story that progress today, because these two trained together. They came through together in the Scottish wrestling scene, and here they are kicking things off for Pro2sday.
Oh, so I see Saqib getting a dance in there with the Pro2 owner, Logan Storm.
Didn't think Logan had it in him to do that dancing.
after that, I'm not. Yeah, I think you're right.
Logan Smith.
This is a very talented young man. Both competitors are extremely talented, but this chap here is one to watch, Logan Smith.
One to watch indeed, and that's why he is here in Pro2 wrestling, as well as Saqib Ali. Like, these two have been going all over Scotland, performing for multiple companies, creating this buzz, and that's why Logan brought him in today.
Yes, indeed. You'll love to see it. And the fans certainly are loving to see it as well.
Yeah, the fans are into this one before they've even locked up.
And this is, of course, the very first match in Pro2 wrestling history. This is a momentous occasion.
There he is, Logan, just trying to get that crowd working up. He's somebody that loves that crowd attention. He plays off that crowd's energy, and I think he may need it if he's going to come over Saqib Ali today.
I would say that each man is going to try and perhaps have to take every advantage in terms of the power of the crowd that they can get. There does seem to be a fair bit of sportsmanship here going on.
There is. They're having fun, and again, they've come through together. They're not taking each other too seriously at the moment, but once they lock up, here we go. Things have to change now.
Oh, yeah. He's got into that side headlock there. Oh, a nice rollover. Deep arm drag. Another deep arm drag. Oh, tried to go for a third, couldn't quite get it. Into an arm drag of his own.
That's where it comes in handy, knowing your opponent like these two do. And against Saqib, just having some fun at the expense of Logan.
Oh wow, what a leg drop.
Gyrating those hips before doing the leg drop.
Yes, indeed. The dancing may well actually be tactical as a warm-up for those hips. I do apologise for laughing there, but you know, he's giving the fans a show, he's giving the fans a laugh, but as well as that, you know, don't underestimate Saqib Ali. I mean, he is a serious competitor.
He is indeed, but huge kick to the head from Logan Smith, and the crowd here at Pro2 are enjoying what they're seeing from these two. A nice show of respect there.
Absolutely. And the fans are, you know, right into it, right from the word go. lock up into the side headlock. I think it being easy, maybe wishful thinking on Logan Smith's part.
Yeah, a little bit of cockiness right out the gate from Logan there.
Wow, I mean, you just look at the speed of them. Wow!
Incredible. The speed, the velocity that these two possess. Like, they match each other for strength, for stature, for speed. It's going to be... It can go either way.
Absolutely, and as you mentioned, these two fellas do know each other. They have trained together, they have done some sparring. And that could go the way of, they know each other inside and out. But it's just a case of who can get the jump on the other man. They know each other's movesets, of course.
2-fall there from Saqib. And this is what I like to see, going for that second pinfall quickly, not giving Logan the chance to regroup, and again, straight to it with that headlock.
Yes, indeed. The pinfall attempt, while obviously if the pinfall was counted to 3, fantastic for either man, but at the same time, they're wearing down their opponents by using those pinfall attempts. It takes a lot of energy, a lot of muscular power to get a man off of you when he's attempting to pin you to the ground for 3.
There we go again. Saqib with, what's that, his third 2 count of the match so far, and
yes, indeed.
Saqib starting out strong.
Yes, indeed.
I guess it's not as easy as Logan thought earlier today with a big back body drop there.
Huge back drop. I think he got him in the back of his head there. I can't imagine how discombobulating, how disorientating that can be when you're getting hit on the upper shoulders, the back of the head, the neck. As well as the actual physical pain of it, but people don't realise the disorientating nature of these attacks.
Saqib really in control of the match so far, and again, these two, it has to be said, they're at the beginning of the journey, the beginning of the career, and both of them wrestled all over Scotland, wrestled all over England. Logan himself has actually been wrestling in Denmark before the pandemic had hit, and they're both starting 2022 with a bang.
Yes, indeed, and as you mentioned, the pandemic, these fellows won't be, before the pandemic started, they would have been wrestling each and every weekend, multiple times through the week. Is there a bit of ring rust with some of these competitors that we're going to see in the coming weeks? I'm not sure, but you wouldn't think it from seeing these two chaps go.
Logan just coming back into the match.
Oh, he's looking to put him over with a suplex. Didn't quite get it. Wow! Rolled through on that backdrop attempt. Oh, huge driver to the ground. I'm not sure what that was, a pendulum driver. He's so quick, he can't.
It hurts. And there we go. Yes. Logan again going back to that crowd. I think this is where he needs to keep on top of Saqib, not giving him a chance to breathe, not giving him a chance to get the air back into his lungs.
Rolling through with those shoulder checks into the turnbuckle, slamming him against those turnbuckles there. The air just gets knocked right out of you. So it's a hybrid between a European uppercut, and a shoulder check. I think he thought he had that for 3 there.
Saqib just sizing Logan up.
I think he thinks he's got his man. Oh!
Huge super kick from Logan.
Oh!
Surely it's all over. 1, 2. There's the 3 count. Huge win for Logan Smith in his debut for Pro2 in the first ever match of Pro2 wrestling here on Pro2sday. What a win for Logan.
Absolutely, and he's now qualified for the Joker's Wild tournament. What an emphatic win.
Absolutely incredible. Both of these two put on an absolute showing for the audience here today, and there's again that sign of respect.
Yeah, you love to see it. You love to see that. That camaraderie. Saqib didn't come away with the win this time, but you know he doesn't look upset. He knows that just on this particular night, on this particular match, he was beaten by the better man. But it could have went either way.
Indeed, and that's the thing about Pro2. Like, the roster is absolutely stacked. We're bringing people from all over the UK, all over from Europe. We're hearing from Nitro Green shortly.
Yes, indeed. Andy, we're trying to get backstage and catch an interview with Logan Smith as it goes. I'll let you carry on, Mr. Johansson. Thanks for joining our commentary for that, man.
Wanted to experience the live version of Pro2sday? Check out the upcoming shows at Bounce Station Irving. We've got Jerkers Wild May 1st, 2022. We've got Brew Station July 31st, and we've got Battle Lines October 16th. And then 1 year anniversary show Brawl at the Hall November 5th, 2022 at the Ann Bank Community Hall. For further information, check out the Facebook page for more details.
Kid Thompson here for Pro2 Wrestling. We are at Start the Fire. Our first match has just been underway and advancing in the Joker's Wild tournament. We have Mr. Logan Smith. Logan, congratulations. You must be feeling great.
Aye, absolutely delighted, kid. The crowd here, Pro2, the very first show, a sellout for the very first show. The crowd were absolutely on fire, the crowd were loving it. As for the Joker's tournament, Saqib Ali was just the first step in winning this tournament. That's my plan. I plan on going through everybody till the end, when I eventually win that Joker's belt. But as for Saqib Ali, as I said, great competitor tonight. Tomorrow he goes into a promotional tournament, and he's got to smash that as well. So Saqib, all the best in that one, mate.
Great. Very nice to hear from you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Nitro Green, and I am the European Cruiserweight Champion. On November 5th, Pro2 Wrestling Start the Fire. First show ever in Pro2 Wrestling history. And the main event is going to be for this beauty. It's going to be yours truly against the local blood tourist, the local journeyman, Lou King Sharp. Lou, you told me last time you had a thing for history. You are a history man. And I respect that, but you know what? I would like to tell you a brief story, a short story. Our story starts in Copenhagen, July 31st. You took this from me. What matters the very most to Nitro Green, but every day, every morning, when you look yourself in the mirror, you see the permanent reminder, the permanent scar I put on your forehead. So Lou, keep that in mind. I did that on home soil, on my home turf. Can you only imagine what I will do if I get the chance to do it on your home ground? So come November 5th, Lou King Sharp, Nitro Green, European Cruiserweight Championship. Lou, I'll see you there.
Introducing, this is a Bell of the Brawl match. And introducing first, we have the Wrestlebeech Emily Hayden.
Kid, welcome back. We've got our main event for the first episode of Pro2sday. We've got the Wrestlebeech Emily Hayden against the basic bitch slayer Rubi Roberts.
Absolutely, the very first match from our Bells division. This was going to be an interesting one to see because there's no love lost between these two ladies.
There isn't. These two have been heated for some time, and your interview with Logan, huge statement from him wanting to be the first Why So Serious champion, and Again, we've got Saqib Ali going into the interpromotional tournament, which probably begs the question why he seemed happy that he lost last time. He's got another title to go for.
Oh yes, indeed, and opportunities are rife here in Pro2 Wrestling for those that wish to take them. That's what I like. That's what I like to see. You know, I'd venture to say you love to see it.
This isn't something you love to see. The crowd showing some disrespect to my wrestle pal Emily Hayden for some reason here. And again, going against Rubi Roberts for the first Bells match. This is going to be huge.
Yeah, I mean, the disrespect may be coming from the fact that she's taking selfies and trying to purposely block the crowd out of them and screaming in children's faces. That might have something to do with it, Mr. Johansson.
I mean, she was trying to take a selfie and was trying to photobomb it. It's not acceptable.
And introducing her opponent, the basic bitch slayer, Rubi Roberts.
Rubi Roberts is a crowd favourite. And it's easy to see why. She's so passionate about wrestling. You know, she loves the fans so much.
Yeah, there's no question of where the crowd's loyalty lies here. It's definitely with Rubi Roberts. And again, going back to this being the first match, when the title comes into place, surely these two have to be one of those that are going to be getting the title.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. You know, these two ladies are born competitors. And I think we're about to see that right now. Once we get underway. The crowd letting Emily Hayden have it there.
Emily Hayden really hates the crowd.
She does appear to. But the crowd love Ruby and Ruby loves the crowd. This is going to be a great match. I'm just excited to watch this match. If Emily ever lets it get underway, that is.
That's what I was going to say. Like, sooner or later, we need to start focusing on the match in hand rather than pandering to the crowd.
Yeah, I mean, that's actually a bit of disrespect from Emily. You know, she's obviously not taking this particularly seriously. If she's, you hate to see it. A helping hand up there from Martin, our referee, who does a great job, by the way. Martin is doing a great job of calling it right down the middle so far.
And here we go, the bell finally underway. And Rubi Roberts just trying to feed off the energy from the crowd again. Their favourite.
Yeah, Emily's just appear particularly pleased about being in the ring. I mean, there is genuinely a bit of, as I said, no love lost between these ladies. So anything that Emily can do to disrespect Ruby, she's going to do.
That is not going to be something that Emily will be happy with. Getting called basic from the crowd here at Pro2.
I know, and you've got to remember that Ruby is the basic bitch slayer, so setting Emily up to be, portrayed as basic, that plays right into Ruby's game plan.
And here we go, Emily on
Deep
top
headlock.
with that deep headlock, yeah, with the crowd letting him know how they feel.
Ooh, crikey. That's going to be a hard look like Ruby's really struggling to break that hold there.
It's interesting to see. Before the pandemic, Emily Hayden was somebody, wherever she went, was loved by the audience, was that crowd favourite, and here she is with a different mentality here in Pro 2.
Well, you know, the pandemic changed a lot of things for a lot. Oh, wiping our feet and kicking the proverbial dust up at Rubi Roberts there. Great takeover there, by the way. Great takeover. But has the damage been done? She's what seemed to be holding on the neck there. You know, that headlock, I mean, those headlocks are not for show, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, a clubbing forearm to the back of the neck. You know, already she's starting to isolate that neck area. Stretching back on those. Oh, crikey. She does have till 5. She does have till 5, it's got to be said. But not very sportsmanlike not to break that hold.
And these two have such a good opportunity to kind of be the pillars of the Scottish wrestling scene. We've seen so many greats now move on to TV deals around the world, and we've recently seen Emily Hayden with those stomps. Emily going onto the network from the pandemic, and Ruby soon to be debuting in Denmark for Copenhagen Championship Wrestling as well. And I think with these two in the division, whoever else comes in, they're going to have a tough task to step up in a huge clothesline from Emily Hayden.
Sorry to interrupt you there, that was an emphatic clothesline there. Again, it comes down to that disorientation, it comes down to that wearing your opponent down by attempting those pins, you know.
Trading forearms.
Yes, indeed. Oh! Crikey, that looked like a judo leg sweep with the choke.
I must say there's nothing basic about that from Emily Hayden.
Oh, straight into that Fujiwara armbar that she calls the air guys.
Oh, just snapping on those fingers.
Oh, the finger manipulation, you hate to see it. That air guys is in deep. It is a modified version of the Fujiwara armbar.
There's a roll up, what? Ooh, 2 count there from Rubi Roberts, and Emily Hayden didn't like that as she's just pounding on the basic bitch slayer.
Absolutely, this is Emily is quite clearly in control at this point in time. Maybe not in control of her emotions with the crowd. She's really not happy with the crowd. My goodness, what a check to the mat.
Just a 2 count, and look at the disrespect from Emily there as she's getting that cover, just face washing Rubi Roberts.
Absolutely. When Emily's doing those pins, you will see the forearm go across the face, across the sternum, across the neck. It's just that extra bit of leverage, that extra bit of punishment during these encounters.
Rubi Roberts getting out of the way of Emily Hayden there. Huge forearm, and another, and another.
Now that's something that Rubi does very well. Those forearms. Again, the splash into the corner. Trying to get the crowd behind her. Let's get some energy going here, Rubi. Oh, the hip right into the face of Emily Hayden. What's she going here for here? Is it? She's going for the banzai drop.
Misses the banzai, saying this is where Emily using her experience just to roll out the outside, and again the crowd telling her how they feel. Such disrespect from the crowd here.
Well, you know, they've paid their money to get their seats, and they are entitled to their opinions, and they will make their opinions heard, Mr. Johansson. But that's that. Oh, she's leaving. Apparently she doesn't think this competition worthy of gracing us with her presence. Oh, look at those forearm shots. Rollicking her head back and forth, my goodness. Oh.
Things are heating up here between Emily and Rubi, just trading these forearms. And again, right in front of the crowd, they're definitely getting the money's worth here. And a huge shot to the head that's just thrown into that post.
Absolutely, straight into those squared off posts. And I will point out that those posts are squared off. There is nothing padded, there is nothing fancy about a square piece of steel.
Definitely, like you see in some companies where they're a little bit rounded. Again, that kind of takes the impact out of it. When you're hitting the corner of this beam, and we just...
The result of a double counting, there is no winner. The referee has declared this match null.
Well, that's a double count out.
A double count out?
I don't think either lady's going to be happy with that.
I'm not happy with that. I was in... What next between Emily Hayden and Rubi Roberts after that? Like, we can't end there, and they're definitely not ending there with Emily Hayden with another strike to Rubi, and Rubi chasing Emily through.
I'd better get backstage and see if I can catch up with these ladies and see if I can get an interview out of them.
What a war between Emily Hayden and Rubi Roberts. That surely isn't going to end there. If you like what you've seen so far, follow Pro2 Wrestling on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and here of course on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button, even click the little bell to get the notifications for every Pro2sday that's coming up. For more news, updates, pictures and clips from the shows, as well as other exclusive content. I've been Kate Johansson. Now let's go back to Kid Thompson, who's trying to track down Emily Hayden.
Kid Thompson here for Pro2 Wrestling. We have just had a hellacious match between Emily Hayden and Rubi Roberts, and I think if I'm going to be able to grab Emily here.
No,
I was hoping
on my time. On my time.
Okay. And here we have Rubi. Am I able to? Are you okay?
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, well, that was a hellacious match, I think it's fair to say. And there's going to be a match tomorrow to settle the score.
Yes, there is.
And it's fair to say there's some bad blood here.
Yes, Emily will not get away with this. She doesn't get to walk away from this match and walk away from me. She might have got me some good ones, but tomorrow I'm going to get her back. You're going to get me back? Is that right? You're going to get me back?
Ladies.
This is my camera time. You don't get into my camera time. Interview me. Interview me.
Okay. Emily, that was nothing short of hellacious. I mean, that was unbelievable what we saw out there. We went to a double count out. What are you thinking ahead of your match tomorrow?
Listen, kid. You want to know what I'm thinking? You want to know what the
I think we deserve an answer, Emily.
Let's be talk.
Okay.
This is my time. You all want to know what the Wrestlebeech is thinking. Listen, going into this match tomorrow, I think it's safe to say, Rubi Roberts, you will not be getting out of Anbank alive. I'm the beach breaker. I'm taking your arm. Hashtag Coachella. How's that for thoughts? Anything else you'd like to say?
No, thank you, Emily. That's quite more than enough. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in to Pro2sday. In the next episode, we're going to have action from the likes of Sean James Moran, Ayrshire's most hated man Bobby Roberts, Billington Bulldog, Mark Billington, and big strong man Euro Raw. We will also be hearing from Aaron Jeremy, Rosie Knight, and we're going to have much more besides. So make sure to subscribe, ring the notifications bell, and remember to ask all of your friends, are you Pro2? Catch you in the next episode.